Few words on the open or free marketplace of ideas then. This is the concept that we can move closer to the truth by allowing for a plurality of ideas to exist or compete in the public arena. It's analogous to an economic free market. So, ideas will be accepted or rejected in the free market when put to the test, when scrutinized or examined. But as well we know in life, human behavior doesn't always conform to philosophical conceptions. And we're not playing on an even playing field, not much of the time. I'm thinking John Milton and John Stuart Mill are credited with this metaphor. Milton is often cited as a historical champion of free speech. He was of the view that in a free and open encounter, truth would prevail, and many similar sentiments have been echoed down the centuries. So, problems with this concept? Well, the subjective nature of air quotes good and bad ideas should be accounted for. And as we know, human beings are not wholly rational or discerning. And in many cases, through no fault of their own, people don't have a level of education necessary to comprehend the subject matter being presented to them. Having a free marketplace of ideas isn't the only way to discover the truth, of course. It may well be a heavily flawed idea, given, let's say, the psychological makeup of human beings, how we process information as individuals and how things tend to work out in the aggregate. But where would we be if a free discourse, discussion, debate, a competitive playing field or fields didn't exist or were not permitted? That would involve a restraining power, would it not? A government agency or a religious body, which may well lead to accepted creeds and heresy, not a good place to be in. I don't accept the idea, as presented by more than a few people, that a free or open marketplace of ideas is a myth or a complete fantasy. It should be clear that there is a huge benefit to having a space where ideas can be challenged and assessed, giving people the opportunity to see and hear for themselves the views, theories, beliefs of their fellow men and women. Maybe the analogy isn't a great one, though, the analogy with the economic free market. The truth will not, in every case, emerge from a discussion or a debate. Skilled bullshit artists walk among us, talented craftsmen, who are able to pass off many falsehoods as facts, making the audience feel like they've just been enlightened or red-pilled, as the kids say. So for those who value the truth, you need to work on your game, because we do live in a world and a consumer culture where how you present ideas matters. It really does. So, a free forum doesn't guarantee the victory of the truth, but in the absence of a free space, or marketplace if you like, populations can be subjected to an orthodoxy, which benefits a small elite in power, but which might crush a good deal of human potential. The right to challenge is important. Statement of the obvious, thanks Captain Obvious. You can say that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but people are not entitled to their own facts. As far as good or bad ideas go, it's up to you, the person or the audience, as to what constitutes a good or bad idea. Are there arseholes and morons who lower the level of public discourse? Well, this is just one person's opinion here, but yeah, there are. Such people exist. Unfortunately, you have to tolerate the dickheads and the charlatans for the greater good of having freedom. That doesn't mean you have to accept the ideas of silly people or bad faith actors. You simply have to recognise that they have the same basic freedom as you do. This doesn't mean you have to platform people you disagree with for the sake of a so-called balanced discussion or debate. You don't have to give a megaphone to a fascist blowhard to signal that you're down with free speech. And yes, I am specifically thinking of certain dipshits on YouTube now, clearly more interested in lining their own pockets than any supposed commitment to free speech. Alright, that'll do. I guess that's more than a few words. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below if you're so inclined, and I will see you later, ladies and gents.